Hi, these days I get a lot of time to spend with my son because of lockdowns. He's studying online and I'm working online. And my biggest anxiety is so much of time spent on gadgets. So I keep telling him, why do you spend so much of time on your mobile? And then he told me that why don't you look at your activity time on your Apple instrument. So I picked up my iPhone, and when I looked at the screen time, it was very interesting to know that most of the screen time in the day was on 4 or 5 apps or brands. WhatsApp, owned by Facebook, Facebook itself, Twitter, Amazon, and perhaps Netflix. So these are the names that we are used to hearing, the FANG, as companies which have really transformed the world in terms of connecting people across geographies and beyond boundaries. And a lot of us think that technology is about FANG or innovation is about FANG, but not so. Innovation actually goes beyond just technology, beyond just this acronym FANG. It has far-reaching importance in diverse industries and diverse use cases. And let me speak about a few of them. So, look at industries like medical technologies, biotechnology, semiconductors, cloud computing, communication, mobility. In all these industries, tech has played a very important role and largely driven with the mindset of innovation. So it's not tech alone, it's about innovation. I spoke about medical healthcare business. There's a company called CRISPR. It makes a product, it makes a drug meant to create changes in the DNA to cure cancer. And this gene editing technology led drug is priced at almost $4 lakh. It has very high accuracy in terms of curing, and it is a very popular product, but it's very profitable for the company, at the same time very expensive for the consumer. Take another example, Intuitive Surgical. This is a company where they make robots for surgeries, and 80% of surgeries done around the world where robots are used are those surgeries where Intuitive Surgical products are used. It's very exciting. What is innovation after all? It's something which creates value for the human race. It surprises us positively, but at the same time, innovation can be scary for many companies which do not survive the disruption that innovation causes. For every Gmail that we talk of today which has been successful, there are multiple Yahoos and AOLs and Rediffs and Hotmails which have not survived, which have probably not even lasted. As investors, we should take full advantage of the concept of innovation. We should take full advantage of transformation which is happening, and take benefit of companies which are building global large profit pools. They are creating technologies in diverse industries and being beneficiaries of that. And as investors in India today, we may not have access to some of these models here in India, but these are companies which are globally present, and as investors we have multiple routes to invest in these companies globally. And having said that, innovation is volatile in the short term. Innovation is profitable in the long term. So the best way as an investor I would take advantage of this theme is be an SIP investor for more than a decade and benefit from innovation that is transforming our lives and also transform our financial futures. Thank you.
Introducing DSP Global Innovation Fund of Fund, an NFO which is beyond fantastic. Made for the Imagineers wanting to participate in innovation worldwide. The fund has a good mix of dominators, disruptors, and enablers that are reimagining the world as we know it. Gives you exposure to cutting-edge, next-gen themes like semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, autonomous driving, blockchain, artificial intelligence, robotics, cloud infrastructure, social media, software, and more. Has a fine balance of active and passive fund strategy with a suitable allocation to large, mid, and small cap companies. Has a low correlation with the Indian equity market that may act as a sound portfolio diversification strategy for you. DSP Global Innovation Fund. NFO open now. Invest today.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.